The black hole, often referred to as Sagittarius A star, is the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. It has a mass of about 4 million times the mass of the Sun, and it is located about 27,000 light years from Earth. Let's take a journey and see what would happen if you fell into it. If you fell into a stellar mass black hole, you would be stretched out like spaghetti and be killed. However, you might be able to survive to the event horizon of a supermassive black hole. In general relativity, gravity works by space itself literally moving towards the center of the object, and that speed is equal to the escape velocity at that point. Meanwhile, gravitational acceleration is equal to the rate of change of that speed. With the black hole, there is a certain point called the event horizon where that speed equals the speed of light. Consequently, light remains motionless at this point. Beneath the event horizon, the speed at which space is moving towards the center is faster than the speed of light, and light continues to move towards the center. They are called black holes because if you could look at them directly, they would be completely black, with anything you'd actually see being light that was going around them. Now, of course, there are other reasons you might be killed if you got too close to a black hole, besides the effects of gravity. One is the fact that there would tend to be a considerable amount of matter swirling around it that could damage you or your spaceship. With supermassive black holes, however, it is this swirling cloud of matter that allows us to see them. There is also an area around the black hole called the ergosphere where space is twisted sufficiently by the black hole's rotation that it gets noticeably dragged along with it. Now, this same effect occurs with other bodies such as the Earth, but it is too small to be noticed outside storm gravitational field of a black hole. Basically, you are really starting to get into dangerous territory in this region. As you approach the event horizon, also known as the Schwarzschild radius, the outside world is extremely blue-shifted and sped up. Meanwhile, you are extremely red-shifted and slowed down from their perspective. There are 3 big dangers at this point. Depending upon the size of the black hole, gravity could still tear you apart. You could still be hit by a dangerous piece of the material rolling around you. Finally, radiation is probably strong enough to kill you without large amounts of protection. If you were to survive this far, crossing the event horizon would probably actually be painless and go by without you noticing it. The irony is that you would still be able to see light from the outside, or at least detect it. It would be extremely blue-shifted, so you might need special equipment to detect it. It may even be extremely dangerous because it would be in a category of radiation we have no experience with. Once inside the event horizon, there would immediately be one potential danger. One possibility suggested by quantum mechanics would be a maximum possible density. Pretty much, the smallest theoretical black hole would be squeezing a Planck mass about 22 micrograms into a Planck volume. This is a density that would make a neutron star look like tissue paper by comparison, and you would simply slam into it without noticing it. Otherwise, you would just continue to fall. According to the math of general relativity, at the center of a black hole, we should find a singularity, which is an object of zero size at infinite density. However, this is usually an indication that the math is breaking down at this point. After all, you are dividing by zero radius. One possibility is that the space-time gets so stretched out at this point that you just keep falling, and falling without ever actually reaching the center even in your own time. The second possibility is that the singularity is avoided by the collapse stopping, with the entire mass of the black hole being squeezed into a Planck volume. That would still result in a bad day for you. If you like this content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, please help support this channel. See the description for details.